Heroes Forge. If those who've heard about it, or have may have bought something about it, or have just seen the site, then you may have known about it. But for those who doesn't, allow me to explain. However, you may notice about these three other word sentences, but I'll get to them later. Now, Heroes Forge. It's a type of website that you can easily create your own character. A company print them out in 3D and in a miniature figures. They'll send them to you after you print them out. It may cost money, but it'll be worth it. You can have your heroes to be what type you want it to be. Adventurers, medieval sci-fi characters, or an outer space heroic fights type. Sorry everyone. Anyway, I know it seems like something amazing, but there's the thing. In Heroes Forge, you can create them to not just look human, but also types that can look like monsters or lizardmen or something. You can add them with wings or give them a type of weaponry like a guitar or an axe. Or you could give them a salad, a harp, or any other, and you can put them in different poses. You can make your hero look like he was in a drunken brawl, or make it look like he's having an epic battle. Sorry about this, everyone. It's been a long time since I last made a video. Anyway, it's all great and all, and not to say you can create any type. You can create a boy or girl figure. Criminal. You know what? You can buy a ton of and create a whole. You can create and buy all of the types you created. You can even buy something that someone else created, and they can come in different colors: gold, blue, or silver, or any colors you want it to be. Or you can take time painting it yourself in the 3D printer. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But there's the thing. In here, you're only able to create heroes. So, what about villains? And don't get me wrong. If anyone who's watching this is going to say, what are you talking about? Why would anyone want to create a villain? They're terrible. They're evil. Well, before I explain that, allow me to tell you this. Let's talk about Sonic and Mario. If Sonic had no Eggman, how is he a hero? And if Mario has no Bowser, how is he a hero? Without these two villains, Mario and Sonic wouldn't be heroes. They wouldn't have an epic adventures or fighting any powerful bad guys. Every hero needs a villain, and every villain needs a hero. And also maybe to kidnap a princess or two. But if anyone who's watching this is a type of company that create Hero Forge, hopefully it is a company who created Hero Forge, you might think about creating a Kingdom Forge, like creating your own royal family or other things, and also thinking about creating a villain forge. And to explain, I would like to tell anyone, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, and if you have civilian figures, I'd say use them for stun motion if you buy Heroes Forge. And maybe using in epic videos. Now, back to the matter. I know what you're going to say. Why would anyone want to create a villain? Well, allow me to explain by talking about these sites. Number 1, Overlord. And yes, the game Overlord, but there's also an anime TV show in Japan called Overlord. Overlord has literally 3 seasons and have many episodes. It's really popular. And the game Overlord has many people buying it and have many other things. People have been buying it and playing it a lot more, allowing it to have more series. If people didn't, then they wouldn't. And that's not the only thing that people in villain department. The second one, how not to summon a demon lord episode, is actually an anime TV show. It's about this guy who ends up getting trapped in his character, a demon lord. He winds up going on an adventure with these girls. And if you've seen the anime episodes of Overlord and him, Allow me to explain. Yes, they may seem in heroic scenes, like when in Overlord the character Iron Gon was able to save the village from attack, and yes, and how not to summon a demon lord, sorry. He winds up defeating a ton of monsters, saving those 2 girls, but that's the Riplist. What I mean is, just letting you know, they were doing what they would do best, being bad. Overlord said in Overlord, Ainz Gon had his statements, and if you've seen the anime series 1, 2, and the 3rd one, you know that he's been doing things as an Overlord would be doing. And in How to Not to Summon a Demon Lord, you've seen he's been doing what Demon Lords do best. Intimidating his enemies, striking fear to those who silence them, and other stuff. Now, for the 3rd one, it's a really old game made in the United States, or, well, I think it is. Now, in it, you wind up playing as Crow. He's a super villain. You wind up kidnapping not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, actually 4 princesses. Unless you count the 4 man-made princesses, electronic ones, then 8 princesses. Anyway, he has some adventures with them, and he winds up in epic fights. But as you've seen, if people play these games, his game and Overlord, then you know that means people would like to play as a villain. And just letting you know, it may not be. I hope someday this winds up becoming an anime TV show, the same way as Sonic has since day 1, and Super Mario. Not this sad, I really like to see who will play the character of Crow, or the princesses, or the heroes that he has to fight against. Anyway, so pretty much, if there's a Heroes Force, then that means there should be a Villains Force. And if you who created the Heroes Force website said they shouldn't, we'll look at these 3 and check on any anime TV shows, games, or other things about villains. You understand that many people would like to play as a villain. And if there's a villain force, then why not add some minions to allow them to create? Even if you are able to create your own villain, like a skeleton or a monster or human villain, then at least allow them to create their minions, like monster soldiers or goblins or orcs, like Saurus or the other types. And also allow them to have, other things as any villain would have, like imprison princesses or girls or conquer villages, enslave, those things. So yeah, and also, if you think that what I'm saying is madness, listen here. If you play Lord of the Rings Total War, you will see that some people can play as Sauron's army, or using his type of set. You can play as Sauron or any of his soul army, and use his army in the battle against Middle-earth. And you also seen the Risk type too. So what I'm saying is, if there's a Heroes Force, at least add in a Villains Force too. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, this is Roaring King, and I'll see you in the front line.